What is up, my fellow mobile gamers? In today's video, I'm going to explain to you what ferocity, aka attack speed, means, why ferocity is an extremely important stat. Arguably, I would say HP is the #1 stat, and then ferocity, aka attack speed, is probably the second most important stat. We're gonna jump over to the drawing board and I'm gonna draw you some pictures and explain more in depth. All right, guys, let me show you and explain in a better way. I'm on my tablet. I'm gonna draw some pictures just so it's easier to understand. So let's say that you have two troops. So you have infantry right here. Right, is your infantry guy. He's got a sword, he's got a shield, and then this is your opponent's infantry. He's got there, let's draw it real quick. Yeah, he's got a sword, he's got a shield. All right, so this is infantry. All right, INF. Wow, this is not working out too good. INF. Okay, jeez, I got the screen protector on. Now let's say you have T3. Wow, this is like really bad. Why does it keep not writing right? You got T3 infantry. Your opponent has let's say 4, or it could even possibly be T5. Right now, the way that ferocity works, aggressiveness, ferociousness, attack speed, is you'll actually get more hits off on your opponent if theirs is a lot lower. So let's say that your T3 have more ferocity to the point where they do 2 attacks. So for every time your opponent does 1 attack, your troops actually do 2 attacks because your ferocity stat is so high. So now let's say that their infantry unit is a T4, so naturally its base attack damage is going to be higher. But then let's say with their buffs, along with their attack buffs and everything else, let's say complete, for example, that they do, we'll say that they do 10 damage. Right, so every time one of your opponent's T4 infantry does an attack, it does 10 damage. Now your infantry is lower, it's T3, so it's going to do less damage. And let's just say again, for example, with buffs and everything, that your infantry only does 7 damage every time it does an attack. Now at first glance, you're going to be like, all right, well, mine does 3 less damage than my opponent. So you think, oh, you're not going to win. But this is why ferocity is very important, because even if your base damage is lower, even if you have a lower tier troop than your opponent, if your troops can attack faster than your opponent, it kind of really minimizes the amount of base damage you have to do. So because our damage is only 7, but we're doing it twice, we're getting 2 attacks off before our opponent's only getting 1 attack off, we're actually doing 7 damage twice. So that 7 damage is actually going to be 14 damage for every time that our opponent only does 1 attack for 10 damage. So you'll see we're doing more damage overall because our ferocity is higher, our attack speed is higher. So this is why this is, like, I would say this is the second best stat. The first best stat is going to be HP. This is your first best #1 stat. The more HP your troops have, the more they can survive. This would be your #1. And then ferocity, or I should say, let me just make it easier, attack speed. Attack speed is your #2. That is the second most important. Attack speed, also known as ferocity. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you understand a little bit better. I tried to do the best I could draw my pictures. Stay happy, stay safe, my friends. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. I'll see y'all later. Peace.